Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video now. This is the preview of Middlesbrough versus Ipswich Town. Takes place this Saturday down the riverside, which is the picture behind me. And not been much of a fortress this season, and you know we need to start picking up the performances. To my left hand side I've got paper with a load of stuff written down about Ipswich Town. I can't remember it all, mate. Come on, man. There's quite a lot here, so I've got it all written down to go through. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video and I will get into this pretty soon. But yeah, to talk about really what I'm going to see from this game, just briefly, hopefully I win. You know, I'm going to see 3 points, but am I confident? Nah. Not very confident at all. I mean, you know, I want to be confident, as you guys know. You know, I always like to try and be positive. And I try to be positive all I can this season. And I don't know, I mean, I've been positive every single game. You know, win, draw or lose. But I don't know, man. I'm not confident. I'm not confident. And these are a decent team, which we'll get into. And they're another team that are up there, and they are fighting, and they are above Borough. So this is the team I worry about, because I've said it before and I get criticised for it. Borough don't beat these big teams in this league. The teams that are above us, in around the top 6, we don't beat them. I get criticised for it, but it's the truth. I'm panicking. If you get beat, listen, I'll be gutted again, obviously. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. There's a lot of money that's gone into this football club in the summer. But again, it's just be another letdown, another weekend of a letdown. And then we've got to do the long trip to London to go to Millwall. So, hopefully, we can beat Ipswich. And if we don't beat Millwall, it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? It's not great, is it? You know, no consistency. And that's a big thing for me. I keep saying that we need consistency if you want to go up the season. Look at Wolves, perfect example. They're just smashing this league. We should be doing what they're doing, or somewhere in and around what they're doing. We're not. We've gone back over, and to be honest with you, it's not great. It doesn't even look like there's a proper togetherness at the club at the minute. You know, we're coming out of the game on Saturday. Bamford and Downing got in their own vehicle and went to wherever they were going. Sombalonga got himself a big, massive minibus taxi thing, and he went to wherever he was going. James Beattie came out came out with different doors. Well, Gary Monk came out doing what's right around the bus. I wouldn't even look at Gary Monk. So it's almost like it's turmoil at the minute, and that isn't great. Do you know what I mean? But obviously Gary Monk, you know, cancelled his training session. I mean, cancelled his day off, should I say, for a training session on Monday. You know, you find out that Downing was in the pub on Sunday night, so it's like, oh, great. Mint. So he's gone there hungover. But that's what you should be doing anyway, because look at the money we've spent in the summer. You shouldn't be having days off. What do you mean you have days? I know you got to rest. I get this, right? But getting beat like every single week. So don't be giving them days off. Get in the training ground. Do double sessions. Do something. You know what I mean? We need to get up the league. Simple as that. And we don't want playoffs. I don't want the playoffs because we don't win at Wembley. So the last thing I want us to do is go on a run of 10 games at the end of the season, win them all, get playoffs and get beat. And then people come to me and say, oh, you know, it was a great season. We won 10 games in a row. No. I ain't papering over no cracks. The season has been crap. Simple as that. We've won games against teams that are lower than us. We haven't beat teams that are really above us. We took 4 points out of 18 points possible in and around the top 6 teams that we've played. I should say we played all top 6 team. At the minute, everyone's in top 6 we played them. Took 4 points out of 18. That is pathetic. That is not good enough. Not for a £50 million team. Regardless of what we made back from the selling, 50 million went in. So, you know, big things have to happen. And this Saturday, you know, we need something. But it's okay beating Ipswich, but you have to beat Millwall. You have to beat Sheffield Wednesday. You have to be consistent. It's simple as that. You can't beat Ipswich and get beat off Millwall and then lose to someone else and win that game. It's no. You need to be consistent. And that's what we need. That's what I'm crying out for at the minute as a fan, is consistency to push up this table. Because I know we're good enough to push up this table. Right? We all know Borough could beat anyone on the day. We have proved this. But at the minute, we're not proving it. And I do fear that if Ipswich Town go in front on Saturday, which they will be wanting to do, I kind of feel like if that happens, there might be a bit of booing around the stadium. You know, fans might get on the players' backs, and all I want to do is get behind my boys. But it's hard, and I get what people are saying. It's hard when the players are playing this badly. When we go 1-0 behind, it's tough, man. It's not easy to you know what I mean, to try and stay positive. So the best for me you can do this Saturday is come out of the blocks early. Get that early goal and get another one. Solidify the game. That's it. Get the 2 goals and then just push on. I tell you now, if they get the first goal this weekend, it's going to be awful in that stadium. It's going to be booing. It's going to be turmoil. And I'm telling you now, if they get another one and they beat us 2-0 or something, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be another weekend where you're let down as a fan. So we don't want that. But we're getting to Ipswich now after a little bit of what I want to see from this Saturday. So the manager of Ipswich Town is Mick McCarthy. And they play at Portman Road, a stadium I've never been to before. Obviously, we're going there last game of the season. This is our last game of the season. 12 o'clock kick-off. And Ipswich isn't for 10 minutes down the road. It's about 5 or 6 hours away, I think, Ipswich. So it's a long way to go. You get stuck behind tractors all the way to the stadium, so it's not an easy trip, but that's where we're supposed to be going into the season, Portman Road. But, like I say, that's where they play, that's the manager. We're going to get into their form, and to be honest with you, they haven't really got that bad of a form. And to be honest with you, in the last 5 games, they've only lost 1 game, and that was to a team in the top 6. So we're getting to it. So they've won 2, drawn 2, lost 1. They lost 1 to Aston Villa 2-0. They drew 2, Sheffield Wednesday and Derby, 1 at home and 1 away, 2-2 in both games. And then they beat, they drew to Hull and drew to Sheffield Wednesday 2-2. That was in both games. And then they beat Nottingham Forest at home 4-2, and they beat Derby away 1-0. So they beat teams in the top 6. You know, they are playing good football. They are doing very, very well. You know, these are 7th in the league. These are 7th in the league. They ain't here to mess about. They're winning games. They put 4 past Nottingham Forest. And I think in that game they only have 32% possession. So this is another. I apologise, I've got a bit of a bad chest, my throat keeps going dry. This is another tough team we've got to come up against, and that's what I panic for, because these are 7th, right? And we're not 7th, are we? We're flipping, we are lower down in this table now. Honestly, we are 9th. If we lose on Saturday, right? Listen to this, right? If we lose on Saturday and everyone below us wins, we go 15th. We can go 15th if we lose on Saturday, and everyone else below us win. We can go 15th. Don't wind me up before the match is even kicked off, brother. Don't wind me up. Do not get beat, please. I am begging you. Do not get beat in this game, because imagine sitting 15th, man. Are you joking me? You spend 50 million, you expect us to sit 15th in the league. Come on. Now, seriously, man. We need to sort our act out big time. So they're 7th in the league. They're on 32 points, and a win could take them up to, well, we're level on points on 35 points with Derby that are 6th. You know, if they lose and it goes to goal difference and whatnot, they could be in the playoffs come Saturday night. That's their aim. Do you know what I mean? They want to be in the playoffs, man. They want to be in that top 6. So they're going to come here, and I swear, they won't even defend. You know, they won't come in defensively. They may get the first goal and defend like Norwich did, because teams are figuring us out. You know, you watch us against Bristol City, within 35 minutes we were figured out. So, but obviously, if we win could take us up to 32 points, which could take us 7th. Depending on if Leeds lose. But like I say, if we lose and everyone else below us wins, we go 15th. Flipping heck, I don't want that. I do not want that. I don't want to be 15th. But we're coming to a bit of a lighter note now. So a few top scorers for Ipswich. Obviously, Boroughs haven't changed. Top goal scorer being Son Bolonga on 11 goals. Then it's Martin Braithwaite, and then it's Baker. Baker, who we haven't seen. But we'll have a look now at top scorer. So we've got Martin Waghorn, who last season was playing for Rangers. Exceptionally well for Rangers. He's got 10 goals and 4 assists. That's their top goal scorer. That's a threat. I mean, he's one behind us on Bolonga. Then we've got David McGoldrick. I was just talking about this guy yesterday, actually, after the third half. If you haven't seen it, go to Borough Fan TV. Check it out. I'm the presenter. And I had a great guest called Owen Swift. Go and check it out. David McGoldrick with 8 goals and 3 assists. And then we've got Bursert Salina, I believe he's called, with 7 goals and 1 assist. So they're scoring goals for fun, man. Come on, they're scoring goals for fun. Over 20 goals in just them 3 players. So these aren't here messing about. And Martin Waghorn is a fantastic player. He's a big guy. You know, he's a big muscly guy. He's gonna try and bully our defenders. He's gonna try and be a hazard to all of them, and you know he's gonna be looking to get on the score sheet. But we're going to now. I've got some other things written down in front of me now. Where it says Borough come into this one. Obviously, we know we come off the back of a defeat again. You know, we went into Bristol City game off the back of a 3-0 defeat. We come off the back of this one off a 2-1 defeat. They come off the back of a 4-2 win to Nottingham Forest. Their tails are up and our heads are well and truly down now. I'm praying that we have a bounce back, right? I'm praying that the boys have really put a shift in this week at training. Have really got their heads down and really thought, you know what I mean, we need to be promoted. I go back to the year that we got promoted. Everyone treated these games as cup finals. Each and every game to the players was a cup final. It doesn't feel that way this season. It seems like everybody's here for another year in the Championship. And we don't want that, do you know what I mean? We don't want that, let's be honest. But, you know, Ipswich are coming here now with a lot of threat. Good manager. McCarthy, you know, some people like him, some people don't like him. He's doing a good job at Ipswich. He's nearly got him in the playoffs. You know, at the minute we're 6 points away from the playoffs, which isn't great. And that's why I'm saying we need some consistency. Getting the points each and every game, try and get up that table as quick as we can, because right now we're losing track. Simple as that. And if it keeps going the way we're going, if we end up 15th by Saturday night, imagine what it'd be like the next home game. Imagine what the attendance would be like. Imagine what the atmosphere would be like. You know, everyone loves this football club, Borough fans, but it's depressing everyone at the minute, these defeats, isn't it? Come on, let's be honest, you know what I mean? None of us are, you know what I mean? I'm always buzzing for a game. Sure, everyone's buzzing on a match day, but after the game, you know what I mean? You come out and it's that same gutted feeling when you get beaten and stuff, you know? And you come out of Bristol City, it was freezing, and you stand outside the stadium, you see all the Borough fans with their heads down walking away, and you want to be smiling, do you know what I mean? You want to come out of any game smiling, and at the minute we aren't doing that, and I don't know what's going wrong, and I ain't even going to put it down to gelling anymore, because I'm sick of hearing the word gelling. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is in our club that's making us not click. And I know that's like gelling, but there's got to be something there that's happening. Is there no togetherness? Does it look like if Sombalonga's going, making his own travel to wherever he was going, Bamford and Stuart Down making their own way, you got James Beattie come out a different door to Gary Monk and not really being on the same wavelength for each other. Is it the fact that there's no togetherness there? We don't know, but fans, you know what I mean? We just hope things get put right, seriously, because, at the minute nothing's happening. And, we've seen last season the Spanish and English boys didn't really get along. Obviously, we went down and it wasn't great, but we need something. We need something Saturday. We really, really do. So, we'll talk about the head-to-heads now of these two teams. I mean, we've met each other a lot over the years, but the last time we met each other, Borough did the double on them, which would be very, very nice to do again. We did the double on them. We played them. The first time we met them, we beat them 4-1 at the Riverside. I remember that Patrick Bamford had a delightful game. I remember that game. It was just unbelievable. I remember just being there and just celebrating like an idiot, just going absolutely ballistic. And then we beat him again. It was a night game, and David Nugent scored 2. I believe he got 2 that night, and he beat him 2-0 away. I was going on my night shift, and as he beat with the ball in the back of the net, I was literally just leaving the house to go in the car to go to work, and I remember jumping all over in the car, and that was Borough to beat Ipswich. So I'm hoping that could happen again. It'd be great if that could happen again. If we can do the double on them again, but that would be fantastic. I'm going to get into my team, talk a bit more on Borough and whatnot. But I've changed my lineup. I know Gary Monk might not change his lineup and whatnot, but this is all because this is exactly what I want to see. If you agree or disagree with anything, put it in the comments about anything I've said. Put your team in the comments. What formation would you go for? And what kind of player would you play if you were Gary Monk? My team is a 4-4-2. I'm sick of seeing one up front. It's one up front. Sombalonga's getting the goals. Yes, we are scoring the goals, but for me, is it really working on these big games? It's not really. 4-4-2. To get the ball on the wing and to get the ball in the box. So, in goal, Darren Randolph. He's never been out of my team, apart from the cup games when I think I brought in Dimmy. Darren Randolph. For back 4 is the same as the one at Bristol. I'm not having IR back in the team as a liability. I don't really want Shotton in there. I'm not keen on Shotton. So I've gone for Cyrus Christie at right back. My 2 centre-back pairing being Dale Fry and Ben Gibson. And my left back being Fabio. And my 4 in the middle is Stuart Downing on the right. Johnny Howson and Ledbetter, my two centre mids. And Johnson on the left. And then you might be thinking, where's Braithwaite? Well, I'll actually put Braithwaite up front, because why not try something new? Sombalonga and Braithwaite up front. 4-4-2. Why not? Why not do that? I mean, it's all pace up front, really. Down can whip a good ball in the box. Johnson can attack the back line of Fabio. Braithwaite can create, and Sombalonga can finish. So we'll go 4-4-2, 2 up front. Give it a try. Do you know what I mean? What do we have to lose? Do you know what I mean? We have to start winning games. You've got to be a new strategy or something. 4-4-2 for me would be the answer. That's my team. If I've got to give you a prediction, I don't know. I mean, last night I said 5-0 in the third half to Middlesbrough, but given the run we're on, and given the run they're on, putting 4 past on Forest, they are winning games. 7th in the league for a reason, and I've doubted teams in that thing before. Against Bristol I said 1-0 Borough, and I was wrong. I don't want to say we'll get beat. It's tough, man. My prediction. Do I believe Borough can do a bounce back this Saturday? I believe if they've really put their heads down that we can get something. I'm just gonna say it now. 1-0. 1-0 Middlesbrough. Now before this video I was thinking 2-0 to Ipswich, but I haven't said what I've said, and if the boys have really knuckled down, they really want to do it for the club and really want to do it for the fans, then they will do it. They will do it if they want to do it, and that's as simple as it is. It's up to them. We can only go there and support, and which we will do. Try and get a Pat Dowse in there, try and get behind the lads. And if we go 1-0 down, keep getting behind them. But my prediction's 1-0 Borough. Scrappy goal, however you want it, last minute winner, first minute of the game, and it's a boring game afterwards. But as long as we get the win, move on to Millwall. Tough place to go and try and get a win there as well, because that's what we need. We need consistency. Without consistency, we can't do anything. So 1-0 Borough. You see my lineup. You've heard what I've had to say about the game. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And let me know your lineup. Guys, this has been a Borough v Ipswich preview. kind of a rant, well, it is a preview. But you guys take care, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, remember smash that like button down below and subscribe. You guys are killing the subscribe button at the minute. 520 plus now, 522 or 28 it was on. I always lose count because it goes up so quick recently. It's fantastic the support showing to the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button if you've enjoyed the video. Share if you want to share it. Leave a comment and smash that like button down below, which I'm no doubt. Let's try and hit 20 likes. You guys take care, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Up the butter.